Marketers, your time is now. Emarsys is on a mission to give power to the marketer. With Emarsys, they want you to wield the ultimate marketing power. Emarsys is an omni-channel customer engagement platform that connects more native channels than any other vendor in the market. Say farewell to one-size-fits-all campaigns. Emarsys empowers you with personalised, data-driven strategies that captivate your audience and boost your bottom line. Just ask Adore Beauty, Pet Circle, Total Tools, and City Beach. They've experienced firsthand the game-changing impact of Emarsys on their marketing efforts. Seize the reins of your marketing destiny today. Embrace Emarsys and watch your business soar to new heights. Visit Emarsys, that's E-M-A-R-S-Y-S, emarsys.com now.
Welcome to The Checkout. We catch up with previous Add to Cart guests and ask them 5 quick questions to get to know them better and leave you with a little extra inspiration to get through your Friday. Here's your host, Bushy.
Today's Checkout features Tom Harris, Chief Revenue Officer at Emarsys. Tom supports leading global brands to realize their greatest personalization and omni-channel aspirations, and he loves it so much, he's been doing it at Emarsys for 10 years. Tom, welcome to The Checkout. Very special international guest. First time on the podcast. How many firsts can we have? Thank you for joining us. We had a great chat with Justin from RightAware in our main episode where we talked about their use of Emarsys and how he's approaching customer identification and personalized communication. And it was great to hear your perspective from what you're seeing all over the world and with the Emarsys platform. But we're here to learn a little bit more about you. I've got 5 quick questions for you. Number 1, what's the weirdest thing that you've ever bought online?
Okay, so I don't know if it's weird, right? So I don't know if it's quote unquote weird, but I'm a big fan of the mountains. I like going skiing. Yep. And so when you go skiing, it's very important to carb load, right? So cheese, potatoes, all of those things. So I've got this thing where I just love raclette on potatoes. So I bought myself a raclette grill to bring the Alpine to my London life. So that's the thing I've most bought recently.
What's a raclette grill? I can't even picture it.
It's a great question. So what it is it's a hot stone where you can cook things on, vegetables, meats, all those things. And then underneath it, you've got a grill where you basically warm up cheese, turn it into a liquid form, and then you push that cheese onto whatever food you want to consume. So it's, I would say, essential for for many things.
You're just doing this in the middle of London.
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Yeah. I love it. Number 2, which retailer has most inspired you recently?
I mean, I spoke about it a little bit on the podcast, which was Pet Circle. I just think that the way in which their customer centricity around how, one of my team members, Katie, like I said, she had a situation with her dog. For whatever reason, it was not needing as much food as what it did, that she got in touch with Pet Circle. And rather than just say, I don't know, whatever, thank you for purchasing, and that's what you've got, they said, oh, thanks for telling us. They gave some offers, some discounting around the next purchase, and then they went above that, and they said, this is where you can actually donate the food that you've currently got. So I thought that the treatment there was just fantastic. When it comes to businesses that inspire me, it's all about the service, all about putting the customers at the center of what they're doing. That's what I find truly inspirational. I think it makes a huge difference.
I love it. Great example. And we had the chat with John Wild from Pet Circle, and his theme, even though we hadn't set it up that way, was all about understanding customer.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're an Emarsys customer, but I don't think he even mentioned you in the episode, but talked all about how customer data is the trigger and the base of everything that they do. So fantastic case study, that one. Number 3, name a piece of tech that you or your business couldn't live without. And again, I'm going to give you 2. I'm going to allow you the one gimme, and then something else.
Okay. So for me personally, I think this counts, but Audible. So I love listening to books. I love learning. So I'm always looking for book recommendations. So if you've got any for me, fire them over. But I'm always asking people, or people seem to just tell me what books they're reading anyway. I think it's like that curiosity thing. But yeah, I couldn't live without Audible. I think it's fantastic.
I agree. There has to be another piece of tech that you don't mind.
Would LinkedIn classify? I think that LinkedIn and connecting with people across the globe is fantastic. I've got a growing network on LinkedIn. I find it incredibly helpful for networking, for collaborating, for sharing ideas. And since I've been, using that more and more and more, I'm finding that, I'm growing my network and also learning a lot from different people and also being able to add a little bit of value as well.
I love it. You know where I was going with that? I was like giving you the lead in to plug Emarsys.
But I can't. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I think I can plug my own platform into a technology I can't live without. Obviously, I would say that goes without saying.
There we go. I love it. All right, number 4. Can you recommend? Oh, here we go. Good continuation. Can you recommend a book or a podcast that our listeners should immediately get into? What have you been enjoying?
Yeah, so one of the books that I've recently listened to, and it's actually helping me to think about prioritizing and where to focus, is the 4 Disciplines of Execution.
Okay.
So really looking at how to prioritize, where to prioritize, and focus on the wildly important. And actually incorporating that into, not just my personal life, but also in business as well, how to focus on the wildly important, which I think is a struggle for everyone with how many things that you can focus on.
What's at the top of your list for wildly important at the moment?
So for wildly important in the business, it's actually how to continue to drive adoption of our amazing product. So when you're hearing about Justin and he's trying out all of those new things, we're looking at how we can drive next level adoption from our customers so that they're using every piece of the platform to as close to 100% as possible and getting the maximum value out of it. And like I mentioned before, that's why I've stayed here for so long, because the platform delivers true value. And it's just making sure that value is realized by our customers.
And then in personal life, is it just optimal melted cheese?
Well, optimal melted cheese is always a wildly important goal, I believe, for many people.
Love it. All right, last question I have for you, Tom. What is your biggest challenge today?
I would say it kind of folds into that previous point there, right? So there's a reason why I read that book and why I'm finding it so helpful. There's this never-ending amount of things to focus on, and the lists can get very long very quickly, and that's the same for in our organization as well. So really focusing on the wildly important, and I always speak to my team about what's going to move the needle the most, what's going to move the needle most for our customers, what's going to move the needle the most for our teams, and then staying truly focused or obsessed with that objective.
I love it. That's advice we can all take. Tom, thank you for joining us on the Checkout.
Thank you so much, Nathan. Pleasure.
To hear more from Tom, jump back into our very special exclusive episode, number 409, where Tom is joined by Justin Bausch, CRM Manager at RightAware. Tom shares his favourite treatment-led customer journey triggers and how predictive and generative AI is changing the engagement game. Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep adding to cart.